I want to thank you all for joining us today for the Mozu product tour. I'm very excited to show off Mozu to you all, and hopefully we can even show off a few things we've never shown before. So I am Scott Ammerman, Mozu Product Marketing Manager. Today we'll take a look at Volusion as a company as well as our platform Mozu, and dive into the benefits of it, and then spend the majority of our time going into the features and functionality of the Mozu platform. So a little bit about Volusion as a company. We have been around since 1999. We have two platforms, the Volusion platform, which is intended for small and medium businesses as well as entrepreneurs, and then the Mozu platform, which is suited for the mid-market and enterprise space. And we're located here in lovely Austin, Texas, and processed over $17 billion in sales through our merchants. Now, here at Volusion, we really believe that e-commerce kind of has shifted since the advent of the iPhone. Today's shoppers have higher expectations than ever. They have more knowledge and power, and that requires your e-commerce sites and all commerce to be more agile and kind of responsive. Now, Mozu is the only e-commerce platform that was released after the iPhone. So that means it takes into account all those heightened expectations and omni-channel needs that the other platforms kind of just can't meet with their legacy systems. Diving into a couple of the key benefits of Mozu, for the marketing and merchandising and kind of design teams, it really empowers you. I've worked at companies before where even to make a small change to a website took months to get approvals and resources freed up. With Mozu, you have the power. You're able to go in and make new campaigns, make new sales, make new marketing campaigns whenever you want. So it really frees you up. Another cool thing is that it consolidates your catalogs into a master catalog, which makes it simpler to manage inventory, but also kind of have an easier content and pricing management across all your stores. For technology teams, we'll talk about the API-first architecture. What that really means is it makes it easier to integrate and extend the functionality of the Mozu platform to all the third-party applications and technologies that you work with already. So it's completely open, and Mozu likes to play nice with other technologies. We also have built-in best-in-breed technologies, such as built-in content delivery network through Akamai, built-in Solar Search for our search and fasting that results in better performance of your sites. And then you don't have to worry about performance, security, scalability, because our SaaS and cloud background, we take care of all that for you. Now on the business side, we have a predictable pricing model that's based on usage, so we don't penalize you for your success as you grow your business. We guarantee 3 nines of reliability, the 99.9% uptime guarantee. And we've also been PCI compliant for the last 7 years. We're about to get 8 years, but that's pretty much as long as PCI compliance has been around. And again, we've been around since 1999, so we have a pedigree of success when it comes to e-commerce. Taking a look at the actual Mozu platform, everything rests on top of our RESTful API, which handles all the calls and resources, and we'll dive into that a little bit. If you're more on the technology side, you'll mainly be working in Mozu Dev Center. This is where you do your theme development, and here at Mozu, themes determine the look, feel, and functionality of your site. You can also develop custom widgets. Widgets are drag and droppable bits of functionality that you can reuse on your site. So if you have a custom size chart, for instance, that you want to develop, you can develop it once and then reuse it throughout your site. Now, if you have technologies or providers that you are already working with, you can develop your custom apps. These extend the functionality of the Mozu platform. One thing that I really like are our open source software development kits. We have 6 complete, and we have our 7th in beta testing right now, and it's available for download. These let you interact with the Mozu platform in the language that you feel most productive and comfortable in. So you're not pigeonholed into using one language, or even worse, some proprietary language. Now, if you're on more of the marketing, merchandising, customer service, sales side, you'll spend much more of your time in Mozu admin. This is a comprehensive suite of commerce management tools, and we'll dive through a lot of these. This is great because it's a single set of tools. It's not a disjointed experience that you'll see in a lot of other providers, and it's a very modern, clean, very efficient workflow for you to go through. So if you've ever worked in a tool chain or several tool chains that look like they came out of MS-DOS or Windows 3.1, this will be a refreshing change of pace. Now we push this, all your sites and themes and apps through our Hyper Theme engine. This is an extension of the Django framework, which is built on Python. I like that Django's catchphrase is the web framework for perfectionists with deadlines. So it's a very efficient and quick framework to develop in. All that pushes through so you can have beautiful brand-rich experiences for stores, kiosks. We'll show off some tablet-specific experiences. All Mozu sites are responsive by default, but we have a couple different options if you want to select specific functionality. The main demo we'll be looking at today is a fictitious retailer, Mystic Sports. They have multiple sites that they're managing. They have both mobile and desktop experiences, but they're all managing kind of a single catalog from a single admin experience. So let's go ahead and jump into the demo. So I want to go ahead and jump into Mozu Dev Center. This is a great set of resources and tools for developing your Mozu sites. Heading over to the Learn tab, we have a ton of resources, and we're adding more all the time for helping you be as productive as you can. None of this is gated, by the way, so if you want to go and explore for yourself, you can view the videos and view more information. So we have helpful help videos here. Under the API tab, you can get complete documentation on every single call that you can make into the API. So if you want to see exactly the resource or event that the API will expect, you can come in and see exactly what you'd need to pass through to interact with Mozu if you're doing it at that level. In general, if you're more of a business user, this is all abstracted from you, so you don't ever need to do any coding or know any of this. I really like the Tools tab. So here again are links to our software development kits. You can see our 7th here. These are all hosted on GitHub where they have documentation. Down here, I want to point out we recently added a reference store version of the demo I'm going to be showing off now. So if you are interested and speak with us and actually you can get an evaluation of the Mozu platform. And the Mystic Sports reference store lets you have a great jump start to play around in and see the power of the Mozu platform for yourself. So you're able to immediately get in there and see real customers, real products, real orders, and not have to set up anything yourself. This is also great if you're doing additional testing and extensibility. You can kind of use Mystic Sports as a quick way to do testing and validation. This is one of my favorite things, the in-store sales assistant app. And this was made by a couple of our engineers in just a couple weeks. But this is a free Android and iPad application that lets you put the power of, or put rich, powerful data into your sales assistant or warehouse managers or customer service reps' hands. So just taking a look at this, you just log in with your Mozu credentials. There's no setup required, and you can easily connect to your product information, customer information, order information, and it's a great tool for kind of equipping your sales assistants with a rich set of data, so you can view store credits, order status, anything like that. There's also an open source Android version if you want to brand it for your own company or even extend the functionality. So we want to be completely open and say, hey, we made this cool thing, it's really fun, but you can also run with it and expand on it if you want. We also have developer forums and ways to get in touch with our support team, but I'll go ahead and head over to our console. Now this is where you'll be doing most of your work if you're more on the technology side. One thing I love is the unlimited sandboxes that we provide. And to create a new sandbox, all you have to do is create a sandbox, select a starting template if you want, and it takes about 30 seconds usually to provision. So the unlimited sandboxes let you test your ideas, make changes, have kind of a playground for innovation. I'm going to go ahead and jump into one of my stores that I've already set up. And this is using kind of the Mystic Sports reference template that is available if you're evaluating. So this is Mozu Admin, and you can see a nice clean interface. We have a navigation over here on the left for getting to the different modules. This is where you'll spend most of your time if you're on the business side. So let's dive in and look at some of the functionality. Under customers, we get kind of a nice high-level KPI view of our customers. You can dive in and see all their order information. If they're a part of any segments or have special attributes, you can see that. I've set up a couple segments here for employee pricing, or if you want to have things like platinum customers that get special discounts or promotions, you can set that up here as well. Heading into our catalog, I mentioned the master catalog before, but just showing what that, how that works in reality. So I have 3 stores that I'm managing here, and you can have one kind of master record of your products. But so here I have this great Scott shell jacket. You can see it's in all 3 of my sites, but it has a different price for my outlet store. Diving into this product, you can see that I have all the kind of master data. This is also controls kind of master inventory levels and attributes, but for any site or any store, you can overwrite that data, overwrite the global data. So if you wanted to have, for example, custom images for your children's site, or like I have here, I overwrote the pricing for my outlet site. It's very easy to do that, but it all ties back to the single data source for inventory levels, attributes, things like that. Makes it easy to track inventories across all your locations, whether it's in-store, warehouses, anything like that. You can set up categories for each of your sites. This makes navigation and subcategories very easy. Set up your product types and unlimited attributes. Now Mozu has been tested for up to 20 million unique products without any kind of degradation of performance. So that scalability of products and attributes is one of the things that some of our customers really like about Mozu. We don't limit you in anything when it comes to products, attributes, or really anything. We've seen also some people use attributes for things like emotional faceting and search. So you don't just have to use attributes for color and size, but you can do things like more adjectives of like cool, fun, so that when people search for those things, their products, specific products will come up. Heading into orders, this is great if you're going to be doing more fulfillment or customer service roles, but also you can do things like process returns, capture payment, print invoices. It's a very efficient way to do those typical workflows. You can also create offline orders and more there. See internal and customer notes if they've requested it to be gift wrapped or anything like that. It's very easy to make discounts and promotions within the Mozu platform. Here are a couple discounts that we've set up beforehand that we'll actually see in action once we're in the Mystic Sports site. But if I wanted to create a new discount, that's easy to do, and I can actually set up an entire year or more of discounts in advance. So in one day of work, I can set up my entire calendar year of discounts, get my Black Friday sales already set up, and then call it a day. But I want to go ahead and jump into my favorite part of Mozu Admin, the site builder. Now you can see here we have our 3 different sites. All I'm able to manage these from a single login. And you can have separate themes, separate experiences. You can make them all the same. You can have ones that aren't live and other ones that are. But going into edit them, I want to show off kind of our editing experience here. So this is the Mozu, or the Mystic Sports homepage. And coming down here, I'm able to easily change the content of our sites. Now you see, this is what we call a widget. And widgets, like I said before, are the kind of drag and droppable functionality. But you can easily add more, change them quickly. So if I have some water bottles that I need to move and they're stacking up in my inventory, I can easily change my featured product, remove one, add another, save that, and just like that, I have a new kind of featured product. And to push those changes live on my website, all I have to do is hit save. Down here I have another featured category. If I want to change which categories are cut down, I don't want to call out categories because it's a different season maybe, I can do that. To add a new widget, here are some of our pre-built functionality. You can also make custom widgets. You just select your widget and then you can see kind of different places that you can drop it. I'm just going to add a horizontal break or horizontal rule to help break up the layout of my page. And there it is. So that's probably the simplest widget that we have because it's just a line, but there are tons more widgets available. And then your theme determines where your drop zones will be for each page, each template, things like that. So you really have the control to set up. Now I will mention that Mystic Sports is our kind of out-of-the-box experience. So if we have time, we'll also be showing off a more kind of designed and tailored and customized experience, but Mystic Sports is meant to show off kind of what you can do from day one with Mozu. Jumping over to the live version of the site, showing off quickly our responsive nature. So this is kind of more the experience you'd get on a phone. You can see the hero image collapse. We went from 4 columns down to 1. The navigation changed to icon view, and the navigation, the kind of menu changed experience as well. So that's by default, but if you want, and we have some clients that are doing this, you can have separate themes for mobile and desktop. So if you really want a differentiated mobile experience, you can do that as well. So here we have Mystic Sports. Like I said, we have built-in solar search for our searching and faceting. So if I want to come in here and buy a jacket, have our faceting over on the left side, go down, select black, that looks good. I'll go ahead and add that to my cart. Easy enough. And we have our kind of pop-up here for our cart. Close out that. Coming into accessories, you can see that if an item is on sale, this is just easy kind of functionality we did for sales tags. We have a quick view here if you want to easily add to cart without leaving the shopping experience. I'll add that to cart. Great. And I want to show off with Mozu, you have complete control over how your pages look and feel, and not even all your category pages don't have to have the same look and feel. So for instance, coming into cycling, have a custom little navigation here showing off the different subcategories of cycling. And coming into bicycles, you see we easily added a hero image at the top. So you're able to change the look and feel and functionality of each page very quickly. I know I've been looking for kind of a mountain bike. Let's take a look. So here's another widget that we added in, just showing off some of the features of the bike. Now, I'm not sure of the size that I need. I know kind of my size for road bikes, but not for mountain bikes. Another quick widget we dropped in here. So it looks like I will be a large. And I actually don't want this kind of showing up at my house, so want to pick it up in store. And it has geolocation built in, so it looks like the closest store to me, 9 miles away, is the East Austin store. I'm not going to pick this up in New York, that makes no sense. So I can add that to cart, and then that will be fulfilled as an in-store pickup, and that's by default as well. A couple other things I want to show off real quick are it's very easy to set up product bundles. So here we have two separate products that have their own SKUs and information, but you can easily bundle them together for an additional discount. Cool. And if you have things like personalization or customization, it's very easy to do. Very easy to do products as extras or options. So if you had, monogramming would be a very common example of customization that you can do. Go ahead and add a couple more GoPros to my cart. I'm going to have a wild adventure. That looks like a good amount of stuff to buy. Now I've already logged in, so I'm going to get kind of expedited checkout experience. Oh, and one more thing. I forgot that Mystic sent me an email about a buy one, get one for water bottles. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to cart, and you can see one of them went ahead and got the line item discount there. So I hang to my cart. You can see if we have discounts applied, looks good. Go ahead and check out. Log back in. There we go. So here we have my checkout. Already have my information saved. Go ahead and select a saved payment method. Everything else looks good. I remember I see there at the top we have a free shipping code, so I'll go ahead and apply that here. Because who likes paying for shipping if they don't have to? Great. And I'll go ahead and place my order, get a confirmation, and my order will show up in Mozu Admin. Now I want to, so that's kind of the out-of-the-box experience with Mozu and some of the built-in functionality. I want to show off, and we have a quick question here. Someone asked, what is the most number of sites a client can run? Honestly, there's no limit. It's just how many sites you actually have. We've seen people do things like microsites, spin them up and spin them down. So it's really up to you. There's no functional limit. I'm sure there's going to be a limit just based on how much time you have to manage them. But as far as we've seen, there's no functional limit. Coming over to Lucia, this is more of our fashion site. And this is meant to show off some more customization and styling than Mystic. There's also more custom widgets and things like that. So just scrolling down, you can see kind of some of our different ways of showing off categories. This is interesting, this deal of the day. If you're not logged into the product or not logged into the website, this will actually be a different piece of content. It'll be a sign up for a mailing list. So once you've signed up, you get a deal of the day, so you can have a kind of customized experience based on whether somebody is a returning customer or not. We also are posting to Instagram, coming down a little bit here, a nice kind of way to view different products on mouse over, down at the bottom, all of our social stuff. But what I really like to show off are some of the nice stylings within our category and product pages. This over here is a custom widget for kind of a featured product. If you had a product that you really wanted to move, maybe you had some new products coming in and you wanted to clear space on your shelves, you can feature this and change this easily. Coming into shirts and tops, you can see kind of some custom design work here. As we scroll down, there's a little bit of parallax, the text fades, and you can hover over the different shirts and blouses to see different views. There's also a little bit of custom fasting here, mainly the fact that when you hover over the colors, it just kind of expands to fill the whole bar. So I want to only view black blouses. So there, and we filter it down. But my favorite page is the collections page, which is a nice kind of unique way to navigate through some featured products. So you can see as we scroll, we get different kind of parallax behavior. And when you hover over, you kind of see the featured product for that specific image. So I want to come over here and maybe shop for a dress. And coming down, we can see built into the products, you can also save them to a wish list. View the size guide again. We have some recommended related items down here. I'll go ahead and get a size 4 beige and add that to bag. Another bit of custom functionality is this custom soft cart that comes out from the side, which is a great way to kind of not interrupt your shopping experience. If I had a promo code, I can insert it here, and then the checkout experience, let me log in again. The checkout experience is another custom bit of functionality here with a kind of one-page checkout, so as you proceed, the different tabs kind of fill out and you're able to keep a very simple experience. So that is Lucia. Again, that's a little bit more of the custom design work, just showing off some of the limitless customization and power of the Mozu platform. So here's what you can do day one, and then with a little bit more design work, you can have beautiful sites that really are limitless. A couple more questions real quick. What browsers does the software support? We've tested it with everything from IE. I'm not sure the earliest version of IE that it supports well, but I can follow up on that for you. But we test it with Internet Explorer, mini versions of that, Firefox, Opera, mobile ones, Safari, pretty much anything anyone is using. And then the next question is, how easy is it to connect your accounting system to your store? Generally, because of the open API, it's fairly easy. We have several built-in or currently available extensions. So if your accounting system is already built on one of those, then you can just leverage that. Otherwise, it would require some custom application development, but we have partners that can do that for you, or if you have in-house staff. But it really depends on the complexity of functionality that you're currently leveraging from that accounting software. So that was the Mystic and Lucia demo. We took a look at Dev Center and Mozu Admin. Again, the API-first architecture will make it easy to integrate with existing things like accounting systems. We've seen people integrate with everything from ERP systems, content management systems, order management systems. Really, any system that you are already working with, Mozu will work well with. Showed off the Mozu admin for those common workflows and managing and growing your commerce. That way you can focus on actually growing your business versus wrestling with the technology. And mentioned the straightforward business pricing model, and we don't want to penalize you for your success. We don't take a percentage of each sale or anything like that. And with that, we have a little bit more time for questions, and I really want to thank you all for being here today. And we'll be happy to kind of reach out to you if you want a more personalized demo, or if you want to evaluate Mozu for yourself. We'd love to talk with you and understand your needs. We have another question coming in now. Looks like the question is about master catalogs. Okay, so master catalogs are great. Showed off a little bit. You're not limited to one master catalog, but that is typically what people do, especially if you have multiple brands or multiple sites. So you can add or even import all your products, and they'll be assigned a unique product SKU, and then you enter all your information. Then for each, you can create as many kind of subcatalogs as you want, and by default they'll inherit all of the strings and pictures and prices and everything from the master, but you can overwrite that at any time. So the master kind of controls the main record of that product and inventory levels and things like that for each location, but then you can overwrite that as needed. So we really see that being taken advantage of with people with a lot of brands, a lot of microsites, things like that. Next question is, how much can the platform be customized? It's really, I mean, it's truly limitless, and we see everything from people using different pieces of Mozu and then working with their existing systems, both on the front end, so from a design and kind of website perspective, it's the sky's the limit. We have lots of different experiences. It really comes down to what look you're going for, because we can make it happen, or yeah, there's really no limit on the back-end system. You can use all of our parts. We have some customers that really never get into the admin, and they really just interact with the API. So they really love the power of the API, but they never actually use the business tools. So we have the whole range of customers and their needs. So if you have specific needs or specific applications, technologies that you're working with, we'd love to hear about that and understand more. We're adding more integrations and applications all the time. Mozu develops some integrations ourselves. Some are done through our partners, and then others are developed in-house by our customers. All right. Well, I think we're about out of time. I really appreciate you all being here, and if there are any questions we didn't get to, I'll definitely follow up with you. But hopefully we can talk more in the future. I appreciate you letting me show you off Mozu. I really am excited about this product and what it can do and the power of it, and hope you are too. Thank you very much.